Alright, let's talk about creating lists. Monday, trash. You save your list. Now, all you have to do, let's say you got your work tablet and you go through the work tablet while your truck's warming up. You go through all your addresses. Let's say, for example, say you know you're working right out of Painter's Mill Road. Let's say you know you got the neighborhoods over there. Go ahead and find your neighborhoods. Press one of the locations. Click that little square down in that corner. Little square. Crap. My bad. This little square right down here. Bop. And then click your list. You can put it on any list you want, or you can put it on multiple lists. Put it on your list. Save. Alright, scroll out. Let's go to your next neighborhood. That's that neighborhood. Let's say you know that neighborhood good. You know how to get there. Alright, pin your next one. Click the save button, done button. Make sure you put it on the right list. Alright, go to your Foxwoods. Let's click that one. Save it, Monday trash. Go out. Let's go, let's see what other neighborhoods you got. Let's say you have to go to this neighborhood. Alright. All I was trying to do is show you that when you want to save something, you've got to just go find the address. You can of course type it in. Let's see, let's find one. What do we got? What's that? 4306 Pinefield. Alright, let's say you're looking at your route sheet. 4306 Pinefield. Let's say you route sheet the address. You know you got to go get the cans out of that neighborhood, and then you type in your next address. Well, either way, you save it on your list, and then once you've got your route sheet pinned or saved into the list, you can start your route. Rather than looking at your route sheet, typing in 4306 Pinefield, and then leaving 4306 Pinefield, parking the truck right there at the exit, and then looking at your paper and then going to the next one, typing in the next address, you're going to end up with a noise complaint because you're just going to be sitting in everyone's neighborhood for a minute and a half when you're trying to leave looking at your next address. It's not going to work. It's not going to be safe. So this is why we try to use this, because this adds like a speed factor, a safety factor, and a more organized factor. People don't want to be behind a trash truck at all, let alone an extra amount of time, because they have no idea where they're going. So this makes it safe. This makes it organized. This is very efficient. Go in, save whatever you want to the list. I of course mentioned in other videos, I always save the dump locations. Then you can go and type in all your addresses to your dumps, save them. You can add little pictures, little icons to help you keep things organized. Now I know that the dump location's got that little icon, and the blue dots are the trash, or whatever I make it. I can pin it. I'll make it red. Now my trash is red. My dump locations, I gotta add it to the map, of course. Let's say it's over here. I'll add the dump location. Now when I'm done with the route, I just zoom out of the map. I know my dump location's up there. There it is. Click. Directions. Now we're on our way. We're not sitting in traffic. We're not sitting at the starting or ending point of neighborhoods typing in addresses. There is a factor where if you're running, like I've mentioned in other videos, if you're running a front load or a rear load route and you're running multiple addresses at a time, 20, 30 plus stops within the hour, this is helpful in the sense that you can add 9 addresses to your GPS route. So if you have a starting point, let's say it's the Lions Mill neighborhood or whatever. That's your first address. You can add up to 9 addresses, whether it's individual streets that connect to a big neighborhood, whether it's 9 individual neighborhoods after this one. You can add 9 individual addresses after your start point and run the route. So that means you will get to one address. The second your GPS realizes that you're in that location, it'll say like a check mark, and it'll immediately start going to the next one that you've already organized. It's like when you're playing music from your playlist and you add a certain song to the queue in order. That's what the GPS will do. It'll run up to 9 addresses in the queue that you organize and choose, in that order. And while you are running that route, let's say you're on like stop number 5 and you've got like 4 more after this one. Let's say the second to last one you actually want to be next. What you can do is you can actually exit out of that GPS system and go into your edit stops. I'm going to show you how to do that. We'll go ahead and start. We'll put our 9 on the board real quick, or we'll put a couple on the board, and then we'll go in and edit the stops, because this is, well, like I always emphasize, this is definitely not our primary GPS. This is definitely not something we need to be holding in our hand. This is a backup option, but these situations where the tablet's not guiding you correctly, or maybe there's a road closure and you got to take a detour. The tablet software, while awesome, it is not the best GPS software. It is not going to deal with a detour the way a Google Maps is going to deal with it, because it's built to deal with that. It's built Google Maps got 10.2 billion downloads, so it's got the engineering behind it to be able to handle road closures, bad weather. It warns you about speed, upcoming traffic, traffic change patterns or traffic pattern changes. It's a lot more innovative than your work tablet. So here, let's go ahead and let's show you how to edit the stops. All right, let's say I'm running. Oh yeah, I am far away because I'm over here on my father's property. Let's say I'm running the stops. Let's say I'm getting ready to come up on this neighborhood over here at the Windens Road. Let's say I'm getting over here to come up on the neighborhood. Let's say I realize that, let's say I get to the neighborhood and I look to my right and I see the road's closed over here. And I'm like, oh crap. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to take a detour. Maybe if I go out Owings Mills Boulevard and Lions Mill, Painters Mill, maybe I'll just do that. So how do I organize this? Well, if you've got a good sense of direction and you know your area by heart, go ahead and rely on yourself, do your old memory, and then just run with it. But if you haven't got a clue or you're not 100% sure, all you have to do, if you find yourself at a stoplight or you get to your neighborhood and you find your exit, click the lower left corner, find over here, exit mark. Don't click remove stop, just click exit navigation. Now go back down to your little area. There you are. Let's say you're right here. Let's say you can't go over here to B. Let's say you got to go over to, D first, but you got to take a detour. Go up to the upper right-hand corner, edit stops. Now you come into your system. B is a no-go. I need D to be B. You scroll on your little list, move D up to the B option, and now A turns into B. Now what you do is you just leave the neighborhood, make a right. Google Maps, a massive GPS system, is going to reroute you in the direction that you're traveling. It's going to send you up to Owings Mills. Maybe it'll pick up something and send you south to Liberty Road and around. Who knows what it'll do? But we all know that when you run with a GPS system, it will reroute you based off the direction you are traveling in. It's not like you're in a horse-drawn carriage where the horse is taking you where it's going. You're the horse, and the GPS is the carriage. You're going, the GPS will reroute it, will navigate you. But you have the option to move these stops around. Oftentimes in front load situations, you will figure out, 6 streets ahead, you can see, oh God, that alley doesn't look great down there. I can go in here and just say, bada bing, bada boom. I'll move it down a couple stops. I'll move it next to what's it called, because I can access the alley better that way. And then you can kind of go from there. Rear loading, same thing. You get to, if you start passing neighborhoods and you're like, oh God, they're doing construction over there at the quarry. I'm not even going to be able to go there till like afternoon time. Oh damn, the fire brigade's going. Oh, good Lord. I hope everyone's okay. Well, anyways, yeah. If you start to see things ahead of time, you can go into the Google Maps and you can edit things. If you have a blocked stop, you can go in and just take it off your route. Let's say you saw it. Let's say you passed by this street because you're going in this neighborhood and you don't come over here. This blocked stop over here, let's say the dumpster's blocked, you can just take it off the map. That doesn't always happen. You don't always need to do that, because you could just click it off as you pass by it. But the map or the GPS system is innovative enough, and it gives you enough flexibility to edit the route that you choose with as much detail as possible. You can add, different symbols to make your routes or your route list, characteristic. Monday's trash. I always put red for trash, green for recycle, and brown for yard waste. That's always helped me remember. But if you're colorblind, you better use some like smiley faces or something like that. I knew a colorblind dude once. He couldn't see red, so we painted his bathroom red, and it was hilarious. But anyways, moving on. This is a very innovative map. It's a very simple system to use once you get used to it, but it takes a second to get used to it. Remember, guys, it is a GPS system. It's no different than your map software for your work tablet. It's no different than the paper map. Anything is a distraction, so definitely be aware of your surroundings. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes on the helpers, the pitchers, the guys on the back of the truck. Keep in mind that you're always going to be distracted driving a truck. This adds another distraction. Don't lean on it and treat it as a distraction. Treat it as a tool. You can't allow your work tablet to get in the way of you paying attention to the road. So don't let this be a distraction. So like I said, it's an extra tool. Get on Google Maps. If you've got a Samsung, you've already got Google Maps. If you've got an Apple phone, get on the Apple store and download Google Maps. It is not the same as Apple Maps. Apple Maps is Google Maps software, but it doesn't have as much detail, and you can't edit the stuff as much as you can on the Google Maps. So if you've got an Apple phone, go on the Apple store, get Google Maps. Be safe, guys. Comment any questions, message me. We'll get all the kinks worked out of it. It's a great system to have for a swing driver, a new guy. It's perfect. So be safe.